So let's talk about language translations. And this is something that Google has been great at for years, but now that we have ChatGPT, there's a lot of cool functionality and accuracy that ChatGPT does better than Google. So let's check it out. We have our beginning sentence, which is, excuse me, what time does the train arrive? We have it in English, and then we have our Spanish translation. And actually, I also typed this up ahead of time just to save a little bit extra time. So what the prompt is translate the following, let's add text, into 1 English, 2 French, and 3 Italian. I'm gonna paste this in and then hit enter. And what this does is pops out 3 different versions right out of the gate. So it saves you time of going on Google, pasting it in, and then changing the translation option. This, you can do it in 1 click. Now what I want to do is take a French article and translate it in ChatGPT, and then also see what we can do after we do the translation. So translate the following text into English. Perfect, so we have our translation, and I chose just a small excerpt from an article for time's sake, but if this was a larger article, we could say, great, now summarize the main points of this into 4 bullet points. So the cool thing about this is that we can take something that we didn't understand that was in a different language, we put it in a language that we did understand, and now we can get further deeper into the information. So let's focus on Normandy. So we can say, give me the best travel tips for vacationing in Normandy. So now we have the information that we wanted to find on this specific article. Now I want to talk about one more use case with translations, where instead of it's something online that you're translating that someone else created, you can then do the same thing for content you've created. So if I go to one of my course descriptions, I'm going to go ahead and copy the description that tells students in English what the course is about, what they should expect from the course, and all that information. So translate the following text into French. And now it's going to do that type of translation. Other things that I could do ahead of time are summarizing my text that I created before translating it. Let's say that I want it to be a little bit simpler for people that speak a different language and not as dense as the English version. I could summarize it and then translate it, or translate it and then summarize it. It works both ways. So here we have our translation, and one thing I actually wanted to add is we can tell ChatGPT who to create the translation for. So I could say, translate the following text, and we can adjust the age, demographic, and comprehension level of the reader who's reading the text. So translate the following text for 18 to 25-year-old filmmakers interested in learning about cinematography. And rewrite the French version as if it was written by a native French speaker. So ChatGPT is going to go through and use the mountains of data and information on writing that it has to make more organic and less robotic sounding translation that's going to sound a lot more human with these parameters. So those are all the cool ways to use the translation function of ChatGPT, and I'll see you in the next lesson.